Get ready to witness a story of strong bonds and laser-focused visions of a stronger America through vocational education for all students.
As a 14-year-old, I started learning how to weld in vocational education. And what I learned in those vocational education programs is one of the greatest gifts that God could give you. That's a 1992 Chevrolet pickup truck. I got intrigued with this group of young, soon-to-be welders and being a big supporter of vocational education in the trades. And so I said, you know, I'm going to take my dad's old pickup truck, of the headache rack of which I built in 1978 because I had learned to weld in a welding class in my little Paint Creek High School. I wanted to see if they would take it off, sandblast it down, paint it, and put it back on, just kind of helping them out with their program. Hold down the fort, boys.
Yes, sir.
All right.
The headache rack, you just wanted us to maybe paint it or, you know, spruce it up a little bit.
It was Governor Perry's dad's truck. It was his ranch truck, and it means a lot. It's a very sentimental item to Governor Perry.
My dad bought that truck new in the fall of 1991. It's a Chevrolet 3500 one-ton. And that headache rack had been on, I think, 2 previous trucks since 1978. It got moved from truck to truck and put it on that 92 Chevrolet. And my dad, you know, hard-working farmer and rancher, it got plenty of abuse. It may not be the prettiest bead in the world, but it was strong. Kind of like the bonds that my dad and I had.
To tell you the kind of man that Ray Perry was, he willingly and eagerly took the tail gunner position in the B-17 plane.
Flew 35 missions over Nazi-held Germany, and by the grace of God, came home without a scratch, which made him a pretty rare bird in those days.
I think it was 80 German fighters jumped on us.
On 26 planes.
Yeah.
Flying across enemy territory, being attacked by German fighters, not knowing if you're going to live another minute.
Ray Perry died in 2017, and it was always Governor Perry's dream to keep that truck for him.
Y'all are going to take this and sandblast it, and I think clean it up.
When Governor Perry left the keys to the 1992 Chevy pickup with us, the thought process began on which direction do we take this.
Riley?
We found out that the truck had 269,000 miles on it. It had seen its better day.
To be completely honest, his pickup was a mess.
The rule. Don't do anything you're not proud of.
The more we looked at it, the more we thought about doing a little something more.
We started taking things apart and it just kept coming apart. Well, there comes a point that I've learned that once you take a pickup truck down to the frame, there is no going back. You got to go all the way with it.
It was just a million pieces everywhere. We were all doing it for the first time ever. We had never done anything like that before, and it was a lot of trial and error. It was a lot of late nights.
Every single day after school, there's kids here at least working nights, holidays.
Thanks to some amazing sponsors and community members that we have, they all started rallying and coming together. We had over 18 sponsors step forward. This project cost the district nothing, not a single dime.
Unbeknownst to me, they literally took this thing down to the frame, I subsequently found out, and I had no idea they were doing that. I mean, this is a massive job. And while they were working on Dad's pickup truck, they also were working on a host of other really big projects.
It started a fire within our kids, and we've built an incredible entrance at Bernie Cemetery.
We decided there's really nothing that announces the Bernie Cemetery, and it's been here for over 150 years. We all agreed, like, why not? This would be a great project and something that we can give back to the community.
And it seems that there were more interruptions.
We have done fish structures for Bernie Lake.
There's not a lot of habitat on the bottom for fish to live in and grow in. And so we're putting those structures out there to try to give them a habitat and somewhere to grow and live. And so next it was, we got to make a barge.
That in itself was a whole different process. Definitely even harder than the fish structures. We could lift those structures up onto a barge and then tow it out into the lake and then lower them down.
I'm extremely tough on my students, but I believe that whatever bar is set for us, we'll rise to. So I like setting my bars extremely high. I like going to places that have never been gone before, because that bar just keeps getting raised and these kids keep meeting the challenges that are in front of them. We've done countless things for our veterans, our local firefighters, from 9/11 memorials. I proudly say that we're the only high school in the nation that's built for the United States government. We built a mobile dipping vat for dipping cattle to free them for fever ticks. We built a mobile spray box trailer for the treatment of cattle to get the fever ticks off of. And we built the first ever mobile deer capture trailer for capturing free-range white-tailed deer in South Texas to do spot checks for the fever tick. Once we started the frame-off restoration, it became, what do we do with the inside? It had that ranch aroma, and I said, there's no way we can steal Ray Perry out of the inside of this truck, especially given that Governor Perry had no clue that we were going to the frame.
We have doors and hoods and everything just all hanging. I was like, there is no way we're ever gonna get this truck done.
We came to the shop all the time after hours. Sometimes we'd come in at 5 and we wouldn't leave till 1, 2 in the morning.
For the inside of the truck, I wanted it to look like Ray Perry had just stepped out of it yesterday. But the outside to look like it just came off a showroom floor.
Go get me a torpedo level in the tool room when you go in there to the right.
It felt amazing to know that it was coming together and that it was actually going to run and it was going to look nice.
All right, everybody, welcome today. I can't thank everybody enough for coming out to support my incredible students.
I was absolutely awestruck to see that many people coming together for a welding shop event.
The storyline of the evening was all built around a gate that my students had built. But my students and I used it as a centerpiece to make Governor Perry think that he was here for an event for the unveiling of the gate. Once those black sheets came off the gate, that moved us into where we had 2 big monitors. My students removed those black sheet coverings off the monitors and started a video of the complete teardown and rebuild of the truck. I could tell that Governor Perry was blown away, but still a little bit confused. At the perfect timing, at the close of the video, the truck arrived behind everybody in attendance. I got Governor Perry and we walked outside to be able to check out the amazing things that my students had done to the truck.
Oh, wow. Walking out there and seeing this absolute piece of art, a pickup that gleamed in the sunshine, new and bright and shiny.
Hopefully Ray Perry's smiling from heaven right now, sir.
It was a multiple-pronged emotional moment. Those memories flooded back. Great tribute to my father. It was one of the most powerful moments.
It started with your story, where vocational education and agriculture built the man you are. So we started with that, and it led us to having to do the frame-off restoration to carry your story.
I recognized that this was a real labor of love. This was a piece of art.
One other big thing, your dad is still in this truck. The red Haskell County dirt is still in here. We did not touch it. We left it alone because we did not want to take your father out of this truck. Air conditioning works.
Look at that red Paint Creek dirt right there, baby. Yes! Oh man, this is so beautiful.
As bad as Governor Perry wants to drive off in his father's truck, he realizes that this truck, this story, has to go around the nation and be screamed from the mountaintops to make a massive push to bring our vocational education back into every public school in America for all of our kids.
My dad is smiling down from heaven.
To see this event unfold the way that we wanted it to be, it was truly special. And to have been such a big part of it, like, I can't even describe how cool it was.
To know that those midnights, those weekends, those holidays that we were working came into that one moment to know that it was all worth it.
Oh, man.
I've got a vision of a Texas where a lot of young people in high school who don't want to go to college, but they want to go do things with their hands. They want to be HVAC experts, they want to be carpenters, they want to be electricians, they want to be welders.
That right there is a model of what can be done with high schoolers whenever our hands are put to work.
Come on, y'all get in here. We're going to make this work. That bunch of young men and women is the future of America. We need to take these programs all across, not just Texas, but across America. If we do that, our future will be bright, the future of this country will be bright, and I will suggest to you, the world will be a better place because of that bunch of young men and women.
The world needs more of these programs.
Please go to weldingstudentsupport.org and donate today. Your contribution will help close the widening skills gap and will ensure that our students enter the skilled workforce. You'll be part of a winning team that is making huge movements in bringing back vocational education for all American students across our nation.